And welcome back to the Saturday Club podcast. I'm Jerry Drummond. Alongside me is Chris Carpenter. And today we thought we'd do something a little different and maybe more of a Clemson-centric episode. Um, Chris, I guess you can kind of take the floor here. What are some topics you want to discuss or start off with?
Yeah, I'm excited to do an episode about Clemson. As you can see, my degree right there.
Oh, I should get
Uh,
mine.
Please hold. Nice. Here, I'll show another one too. This is my wife's double.
Oh, she's double. Dang. She got both. She got both of us beat.
So as you can tell, we are far represented when it comes to Clemson University. But yeah, I'm excited to talk about the Tigers today. Um, Overall, season not met expectations that I don't think anyone had. Not even just Clemson fans, but the national media as well. I think a lot of people expected Clemson to be kind of back to where we were back in like 2016 to kind of tail into 2020. We've got the people that we've recruited, developed all the way up. Mix in a little modern flair with a portal, bringing in key pieces from where we were lacking last year. That did not happen off the gate, but I think that you've seen improvement. It's just a little bit of a frustrating season. Very high-level theme here of like some of the problems that you almost were promised to be fixed in the tail end of the 2023 and the 2024 season weren't necessarily fixed off the gate. I think there's been more guardrails put in place to fix that, whether it be play calling, defensive scheme, defensive ownership, but still some areas of opportunity in the beginning of the season. So I'm interested to see as we finish out the year, about halfway in at this point, where we will end up as a team.
Yeah, I think this was kind of the year everyone was, we were building towards and all that. And it's hard with a third-year quarterback, former five-star, and we come off the gate just offense looks good the last couple games, but we'll see this week, against a pretty good SMU team that matches us a little bit better athletically than Boston College and UNC. But I'm more disappointed, I guess, like this year. I don't know. I think the defense is playing better. It's just there's still – I don't know. I know it's a new defensive coordinator with Tom Allen, and I love that he's on the field. I think that was a good move by him to go back or go on the field. And
Yeah.
Thank you, Juju, for the comment. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Juju. I think it was interesting that he ever decided to go in the box. Like I know, reading the literature in the offseason, it was a decision that he made in the year before when he was at Penn State. But it just felt like with the way the defense performed last year, we needed a defensive coordinator, not even to necessarily like be a master of scheme, but to be a motivator. Because you looked at some of the performances, specifically South Carolina, Texas. What was another awful one? Even SMU,
Louisville.
like Louisville's prime example, where there's no passion. They're not making any open field tackles. You have two or three guys trapping a guy off the edge, and then he breaks free for 20 yards. And we've seen less of that. There's still some areas of concern where I'm like, I think that we can just do a little bit more tightening around the mechanisms, but like I don't think that's something that you can't really fix 4 months, 5 months coaching, because Tom Allen didn't come until February, March.
Yeah, it was like late January. I like what he's done overall.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
we're
I
playing
do
a
too.
little more zone defense. That's what I was getting really not upset with. It was just frustrating. Like in their Syracuse game, I think when you play man, you don't necessarily have the pressure that our defensive line was supposed to bring or supposed to have. You can get beat. Like you can't expect the guy to hold a hold a guy in coverage for 4 to 5 seconds. But I think the pieces are there, and we're starting to see it the last 2 games. Like, all right, this is the defense that was promised. And I think under Allen, it's only going to get better. Like, I think Hannafin's playing okay, but he's a converted wide receiver. I think
Yeah.
my son Kelly's playing okay, but he's a converted wide receiver. It's like we just didn't have secondary depth at the safety position. Um, and then I think corner we're fine. Hampton hasn't lived up to my expectations I had for this year, but he has potential, and Terrell's playing well. Um,
Hmm.
but I think in the offseason, I mean, if we go 8-4 or 9-3, I don't think you'll see any changes. But it will be interesting to see if there's any change on the staff after the year, because I do think there could be potential guys, that maybe move on.
Yeah.
Um, but there have like Jaheim Lawson is, I think, my defensive MVP so far this year. I think he's played out of his mind.
He's a
Um,
beast.
yeah, and they brought in Will Helt, and everyone's thinking, oh, well, there goes Jaheim Lawson. I think hopefully Coach Swaney's seeing you bring in portal guys, and it kind of elevates the room a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, Jaheim Lawson, and then you have young guys that show a lot of promise, like Stephylon Green. I'm really impressed with the guys that you weren't really paying attention to in the offseason. I think just kind of raised the bar. But what I would like to see next is we have so much talent on the defensive line. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more diversity on like the front. We've really only seen 4-2-5, and I get it
Mhm.
works with the personnel, but I think like when you have a guy like Stephylon Green or Jaheim Lawson, you'd almost be selling your defense short of what's potential if you at least didn't throw that in every now and then of like a 5-2-4 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, we
I,
our
I,
new
I
third
don't want to
down
go to a.
package.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, our new third down package. We have Jaheim Lawson playing a 3 tech, and they
Yeah.
dropped Will Helt, and that was sick. But yeah, I would like. I think we could go beefier if we need to. You could slide out Peter Woods if you need to end. Maybe against. I'm trying to think of power running teams on our schedule. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I think
Louisville might show something like it.
maybe I. South Carolina really hasn't got anything going. Their offensive line's not that good.
No, they
Um,
fired their O-line coach over the
yeah,
weekend.
yeah. But I like what we got in Green, and he'll come back. I like Amari Adams, a freshman. I
Hmm.
like Vic Burley if he can make. I mean, we haven't really seen too much of him, but he's made progression. I think. I mean, Piwu's gone.
Yeah.
But another freshman lineman, I guess, but on the offensive side, Braden Jacobs, I think, is a star in the making. I think he's probably going to be the best offensive lineman we've ever had.
Hmm. Yeah, I think so too. It's good to see. It's refreshing to see guys like that who come in loyal from day one, and then really like you can see the tangible development, especially in the offensive line. I feel like offensive line throughout the last decade has been kind of one of Clemson's not the biggest opportunities, but kind of unsung. Like you look at programs like Notre Dame, Michigan, it's like this is like top tier offensive line play, and it's kind of surprising that we haven't had many like really blue chip guys on the offensive line go and succeed on Sundays. So I think that we're trending in that direction, which is exciting. I think it'll take a long time. Like Andy and Ari always say, it takes 3 years to build a sufficient offensive line. I think you're still seeing some growing pains there, but I'm very impressed with Matt Luke on the recruiting front and development side as well.
Yeah, recruiting front, I think we're good. We're set for this class. I like Elijah Thurman. He's been hurt a little bit. That was kind of Thomas Austin's like last get when he was the offense line coach. And I think, next year you'll have more of Matt Luke will have more of a blueprint of his offensive line because he didn't get.
He'll have his guys, yeah. He'll have his
Yeah,
guys.
like Miller's good, Lee's fine, but like those guys were Thomas Austin's guys, and maybe even
Hmm.
Robbie Caldwell. Now Luke's gonna have his
Yeah,
guys. Um, I think next year center's gonna be an upgrade. I like Linthicum. He's just short arms, and that's just not
yeah,
not very advantageous at that position.
yeah, yeah. He's good. I'm happy and proud to see the development he's made because I'll be honest, I didn't think he was ever going to see the field
No, he's
like
definitely
3 or 4
outplayed
years ago.
expectations.
Yeah.
Um, I like our tight end room a lot. I think next year or even from the future, like Josh Sapp made a big play. Saturday. Betancourt had a great day against North Carolina.
Yeah.
And also Pat Henry's kind of outside of the catch against LSU. I'm trying to really think. He's kind of been quiet. So, but I mean, you got three tight ends that are serviceable and two of them that are pretty good. And then would love to see Gideon Davidson get some more carries. I don't know about this week because I think it's gonna be a close game. I think we're favored by 10 points.
Let me check the line. I would
I'd
say, while I'm pulling it up, I've been very impressed with Keith Adams Jr. I don't know if
Yeah,
he's
I just
going
wish
to
we'd get him
be.
more run.
Yeah, like it's hard to know if he's even going to be a guy who you can really like depend upon when the time gets like real. But he's looked good. I know it's been garbage time a lot of the times that he's gotten on the field, but he's looked solid. Um,
Yeah, I think he had 49 yards in that final drive. I know he ran the ball pretty well. Um, couldn't really get Randall going, but Randall, I didn't think he was going to play bad or be bad this year. He's outplayed my expectations. I didn't
he's
think
really
how
good.
powerful he was going to be. Like, yeah, he's a bigger dude, but he doesn't shy away from contact. He has great patience, waiting for plays to develop. And we saw in the North Carolina game, he's really good in the pass game. Hold on, Carolina's here. Welcome to our live show.
Hi.
You're live.
Hey, Caroline.
But yeah, I think Randall's played really well in that at the running back position, and then Brian Wesco. He's probably been the offensive MVP.
Yeah, I mean he is our only target for most of these games. I would like to see more out of T.J. Moore, Antonio Williams. I know he's
Yeah,
still
Antonio had a
recovering
good
from
game
an injury.
Saturday.
He had a good game. I don't know. I feel like T.J. Moore's kind of gone quiet, which is really strange.
Yeah, I think it's just tough because Wesco's more of a burner, and
Yeah.
Moore is more of that 50-50 guy. But I guess when moving on to the game this weekend, you'll be in attendance, right?
I will be there.
Good,
Section
good.
TDN.
There we go.
Um,
I'm
I'm
a little
excited for it.
nervous.
Yeah,
I think
I am too.
I watched SMU play at TCU. Wasn't very impressed with their offensive line. I think they're tiny, but their skill weapons with Jordan Hudson, Romilio Benson, Harden, the running back's pretty good, and then obviously Kevin Jennings, kind of the straw that stirs the drink. So I'm a little nervous, but we've also just like not played it well at home.
No, I mean this is a 3-game losing streak at home. I would hate to know the last time that we've had a 3-game losing streak at home. Um, it
Yeah, I
hasn't
can't.
been-
I don't think it's happened in our lifetime.
yeah. So I'll be interested to see how that goes. Hudson, like you said, is a beast. Kevin Jennings. I think this will be kind of the test of like, okay, we've looked good the last 2 weeks. Is it because we've been playing poor competition, or is it because we've actually fixed some of the issues? The guys are kind of changing their mentality and more bought in. I think we'll find out very quickly. Kevin Jennings is not someone, as we saw last year, who you can kind of let go off the hook, because if you do, he'll either throw a bomb or break a pretty good scramble away. I'll be interested to see the wide receivers match up against Hannafin, Terrell, secondary overall. I think they've probably shown the most improvement in the last 2 weeks, but again, it's like, is that actual improvement or a step down in competition?
Yeah. I've also think I was pretty hard on Garrett Riley the first couple weeks of the year, but I think he's kind of gotten in his bag a little bit, and I thought he's called 2 great games back to back. He's gotten a little more creative offensively.
Yeah.
We saw Antonio Williams line up in the backfield, take a direct snap, fake it to K, then took off like that, and they tried to double pass again. But yeah, I like what Garrett's doing. I
But
didn't
here's
last
where,
couple weeks, but
yeah, here's where a struggle is like with Garrett Riley. Like, you know how successful he has been as a coordinator, and he's got like a very deep bag of tricks up his sleeve. But I feel like in some cases the moment can almost seem like too big for him. Like you look at TCU when they were balling out, like it's the Big 12. I feel like you can kind of let loose and know that no matter what, like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. So I feel like he didn't have as much pressure there. And then he steps into Clemson. Georgia game in 2024 was a mess. And then LSU game, it's kind of like, what are we doing here? Like, we run the ball twice in the second half after we had somewhat moderate success. I think he's just like a little bit of a slow starter when it comes to big games and or the season as a whole. But I think he has a lot of potential. I don't know what he needs to do to continue that momentum, but I hope it stays. We'll see.
Yeah, I think he needs to get. I think next year we'll kind of see because he didn't recruit Cade. So I think once he kind of gets. I mean, I don't even know who the guy's going to be next year, but if it's a portal guy, if it's someone already on the roster, I don't think it's going to be Vizina. Once we kind of see him handpick a guy and coach him, I think we'll get the full thing.
Yeah.
And also, I don't think just Cade's just not an air raid guy. And I thought Garrett in the last couple weeks has kind of molded it towards Cade, and we've kind of seen the identity start to build. Like, all right, we're gonna take shots down the field and let our receivers make plays, and then we'll be balanced. Like that's what I like seeing is we have these big play receivers. Let's at least try to take some shots, and then we get guys in space.
Yeah.
With Antonio and started using the tight ends a little more. I think sometimes in those big games, I think offensive coordinators can be a little too conservative. Just
that's
you have a good
exactly what I'm saying.
defense, you don't want to give a decent offense at the time. At least we thought with LSU, good field position. But
and I honestly I don't really hold the LSU game against him grading wise, because they just came in with their bag that game, showing stunts and schemes that they had never shown before, and that's hard to adjust to. That doesn't just fall on Garrett Riley. That falls on Mount Luke, blocking schemes, overall preparedness. I'll write that one off. But then when you look at Troy, Georgia Tech, it's what are we doing here? But now it's trending in the right direction. I think he needs kind of a trial game to really.
Yeah, that's why I wish we didn't play LSU week 1.
Yeah.
I think after the bye week, I think he kind of looked in the mirror and was like, all right, I'm going to get a little more creative. Because, we tried the funky formation against North Carolina where we lined, half the offensive line, what Gate in NCAA was. And then Wesco ran, a post, and Gate threw it in double coverage. But I think he's getting more creative. He's gotten more creative in the run game. Obviously, guard tackle counter is always going to be a thing with him. But I like what he's doing, and I think we're gonna have to score a lot of points against SMU because in college football nowadays, you're gonna give up points. It's can you force turnovers? And I think maybe this is the game Tom Allen, we can get maybe 2 turnovers. Mm-hmm. I guess we got 2 turnovers last week, but a huge momentum shifting. The St. Brown strip sack was a big, huge turnover.
Yeah.
The Ricardo Jones one didn't really matter, but
yeah, that's the biggest difference I would say. I feel the defense has been a lot more consistent, but one thing that we were excellent in last year is forcing turnovers. TJ Parker was always due for a strip sack, or you could count on RJ Mickens to get an interception in any game. And then this year I feel it's kind of been more of just forcing the turnover on downs, which I'm fine with. If we can hold guys and keep them accountable on offense, let's do it. But to really win games consistently, you need to have that X factor of, can we turn the ball over?
Yeah, against LSU, we got the 2 big turnovers. Just really couldn't pull the game away. Yeah. So I think that's when Sween was talking about complementary football, I think that was a piece he was talking about. It's your defense is playing so well, you got to eventually, take advantage of what, the prime field position we were getting. But I guess looking on to next year with Klubnik leaving, do you think the starting quarterback's on the roster, or do you think it's a portal guy?
I don't. See, it's interesting because you read a lot of like really positive things about Chris Denson, but I don't think that he's on necessarily the timeline that we need for 2026. I think maybe he could develop into a guy in like 2027, 2028 if he stays with the team. Vizina's not him. He's just not. Like, and that's the most frustrating part is because he's been given so many opportunities to at least just show something in garbage time, and it looks like he's a deer in headlights every time. And it's
Yeah.
there. This is not just like a quick decision, like recency bias. Like this has been the case for 3 years now at this point. Like he's had the opportunity to show something, anything, and he hasn't. And it's looked like he just doesn't know. I don't know if it's lack of knowledge, lack of confidence, or lack of ability, or all of the above. But like you watch what Cade did and that offense did against UNC, like the secondary in UNC didn't know what we were doing. Like there was busted coverage left and right, and then we're exploiting it. And you bring in Chris Vizina, and he's getting sacked. It's like this is
Yeah.
just
It's just I don't think he's. I think he gets a little performance anxiety, and that's fine. I get it. I just think. I think he's a good player. I think he will be a good player. I just don't know if it's going to be at Clemson.
yeah.
Um,
I don't know. Something I am interested in. I was looking at our just like page on Tiger Illustrated today. What about Tate Reynolds? Like, I know it's never a good strategy to count on a freshman coming in, and like we could say all this, and he may get drafted to go to the MLB. But I think when you look at Elite 11, everyone was raving about like this kid's massive. Like he looks like he's ready for college today, and he looks pretty dang good to match that as well. So I'm holding out hope that if it's portal QB, we can at least get Reynolds some like experience, at least have a battle, kind of like Alabama and Ohio State did. Obviously, they had their guys the entire way along, but give kind of the up and coming guy some real experience and give him that confidence to show like, hey, you can develop here. I think that would be good.
if
But
Tate Reynolds starts as a freshman, that would be awesome. But I worry about him with being a dual sport guy, like you said. Like we've had a history of playing dual sport quarterbacks. I mean, Kyle Parker, but um, I think we got to go in the portal and try to get a big name.
yeah,
I mean, who knows?
Portal is the answer. I like to think about I try to be optimistic and think about like who can we have on the roster, but like you said,
Yeah, I mean,
it's not that deep.
yeah.
I don't know if we have the guy on premise right now, so we'll see. Portal wise, who are some names that you think would interest you?
Drew Mestamaker in North Texas.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, I guess you could say DJ Lagway, but I don't know if Clemson would be willing to pay a bag like that to get a kid. Like that's if I mean Nate Pierre's got to get fired, right? I mean, we've
He's
been
going
doing this
after
song
sure.
and dance.
Yeah.
I
He's
would
going
I would
by.
love Mestamaker in North Texas. I got to see him play live. He didn't have his best game. He threw 3 picks, but like you can see the arm talent, you can see the mobility. He looks like a Power 5 quarterback. I mean, he's tall. He's got a good length to him. But I guess I don't know. It kind of just depends. But moving on, I guess to like more national news. I guess we haven't really had to hear your take about James Franklin getting canned.
Yeah, I mean that was crazy. I'll be honest, like it was a crazy turn of events. I'm sure as it was for everybody. For me, um, so I'm like at home watching the Alabama Missouri game, watching Indiana Oregon, and what was the other game? Oklahoma Texas, and wasn't even following the Penn State game because obviously they lost to UCLA last week. You don't think that that's gonna really impact it. You just think it's one off. They'll get right, and then I get this notification like Penn State falls to Northwestern, And I just, like, jaw drops. Like, you can't be serious right now. Like, Penn State just lost to Northwestern. When was the last time Northwestern was relevant? Like 10 years ago? 11 years ago? 12 years ago?
Outside of COVID,
Yeah, COVID year.
they were pretty good with Pat Fitzgerald, but not in this decade. Like not in the
Yeah.
20s.
That's besides the point. Like, James Franklin is the guy who you knew he was never going to win the games that were big, bright lights, but you knew the games that he was supposed to win, they were going to dominate, they were going to look good. And I think that's really what sparked this whole thing of, like, we have this guy, he's not necessarily moving up and to the right of the direction that we want, got to the playoff last year, but overall we can't beat Ohio State, can't beat Michigan at their best, but we can win these games and at least get to that national spotlight every year. And then when you lose the piece that gets you to the national spotlight of, like, winning those easy layup Big Ten games, what do you have left? You don't have a team. Like, that's the quickest way to lose your locker room of, like, you can't even get up for a home game against the most irrelevant team in the Big Ten at this point. So I think
Yeah,
they kind of realized, like, we can be PR and try to keep this guy around for the end of the year and then cut ties, but, like, at that point we're risking recruits, we're risking donations, NIL, rev share, all of that, and since that's, like, really what moves the cog these days, they decided it was time to cut ties, and I get it. Like, I think with that you'll also see a lot of pressure on guys that were on the hot seat that we've been talking about for 3-4 months at this point. But it was crazy. I didn't expect it. I really didn't. I didn't think that they were going to do it, but they did.
yeah. I think I'm kind of in the middle. Like I understand why they did, but then again, I don't. Like, yeah, you had a bad year, but I was listening to Josh Pate's show. He made a good point. I don't normally agree with him, but teams and athletic departments are going to have to bake in a bottom, like a barrel falls out season now, because like if you have Penn State, like you said, national championship aspirations, they lose, they get knocked out, and then like yeah, like all these guys came back, like what do I have to play for anymore? I think firing Franklin, like I understand, but it's like this guy was a consistent winner and brought your program back from the depths of hell after the Sandusky stuff. And I think the next guy, whoever it is it Matt Rule? Is it Matt Campbell? Is it Eli Drinkowitz? Like, you're facing immediate pressure if you don't go 10-2. Like, you have to win immediately.
Yeah. I think it's really just like they saw or they see other programs. I don't know this. I'm just speculating, but, like, you see other programs like Florida, like Wisconsin, like Arkansas, where they try and give the coach every benefit of the doubt, and what has it paid them? Nothing. Like, you think every time you get momentum, you win the game you're not supposed to. Okay, maybe this guy is it, he just needs more time, and then it's the same thing next season. So I think they kind of maybe thought they were seeing writing on the wall and didn't want to turn this into like a 3-year, 4-year situation where you're waiting for him to show you something. He never does. At that point, you've lost interest of your donors. You can't get the guys that you want in the portal. You can't get the recruits you want because Ohio State's offering the same money that you are and a national championship aspiration with legit, like, titles to back it up. You can't compete with that eventually. Like, the well dries out. So I think they kind of just were fearful of what they've seen in years past, like with the Sandusky things, like you talked about, and didn't want a repeat of that. I think they want to win now, but I don't know. Like, it's not going to happen this year. It's not going to happen next year. Maybe they thought that if we just cut ties now, we can increase that likelihood in 3-4 years.
Yeah, I think they saw what Kirk Cinetti was doing in Indiana.
Yeah.
And, like, Kirk Cinetti's a first-year head coach's worst nightmare because he went in there and won right away. And you see a lot of these coaches be like, well, I need 3 to 4 years to get guys in. Kirk Cinetti,
Yeah.
Kirsten is a top 5 coach, top 7 coach right now, and I don't think anyone. I didn't know who he was until 2023.
Yeah, and
Like he's a winner.
I thought that I wasn't fully confident in him until last week. Honestly, like it's impressive to be able to turn a garbage program like Indiana into a playoff team like he did last year. But then you kind of think like, well, was it the schedule? Was it the guys that they brought in? But then when you do that a second year and you beat Oregon, that really changes the conversation because this is not a fluke anymore.
I mean,
Like,
they're legit a national championship contender.
absolutely.
I
Like,
don't think. But I mean, shoot, I said the same thing. I thought Oregon was going to blow them out. I thought Oregon was way more talented. I think if you play that game again, maybe Oregon. I don't know. But Indiana, very well coached, like made Dante Moore look like a little confused. I mean, I think Oregon's offense only had like the only big player I remember outside the pick six was Malik Benson's touchdown.
yeah.
I mean, it was a clinic. I think Signetti, and everyone's like, well, Penn State will go get Signetti. I don't think Signetti's going to leave Indiana. In 2025, are we really sure Penn State's that good of a job with all the resources? Everything's basically even now.
Yeah. Like, with where Signetti is right now, he has all the leverage in the world. Like he can he can really take Indiana to the bank after this year if he wants that. And he's already got momentum. I think it'd be kind of foolish to go to Penn State and kind of start that process all over again. Not saying Indiana is going to win a national championship, but they very well could. And he's got all the momentum in the world right now. I don't know why you would go to kind of not a dying team, but like a team that's got blood in the water right now.
Yeah, I think he's going to stay at Indiana. I just saw something like if I'm Kirk Signetti or if I'm Penn State, my first call is Kirk Signetti. I'm like, I just don't think Sig leaves. Like, I like him. I used to not really like him. I thought he was kind of arrogant, but now it's kind of funny. But they're rolling. So what are some games you have your eye on this weekend? We got another loaded slate.
Yeah. Really excited for the big ones. Of course, you got Alabama, Tennessee, Clemson, SMU. I'll be there. But I am excited for Big 12 matchup, Utah versus BYU.
Holy war.
That'll be a big one. I think it'll kind of give you that who's going to challenge Texas Tech in Dallas in December. Kind of preview for that. I don't know that for sure because the Big 12 is always going to have Big 12, but it'll be a good matchup. Is it at BYU this year?
I want to say it's at Utah. Let me see. Stand by. Actually, I think it is in Provo.
Yeah. Ole Miss, Georgia, which, by the way, it is jaw-dropping to me that Ole Miss is a 7.5-point underdog in that game.
In Athens.
It's in Athens. They didn't look good last week. I get it, but Georgia struggled against Auburn last week.
They should have lost to Auburn.
Yeah.
I like LSU Vanderbilt. That's going to be a good game. I think the slate's loaded. I'll be at the TCU Baylor game, kind of a Big 12 elimination game. I mean,
Is that TCU?
yeah, it's at noon, so I'll watch that, then come back to watch Clemson. Baylor's still alive, and they only have that one conference loss and a field goal away from being undefeated in the league. So, it should be it should be a high-scoring game. And then, yeah, I mean, I don't really know if there's a team. I think the only team that maybe could beat Texas is a team they've already played in Utah.
The only team you think can beat Texas Tech is Utah?
Yeah, I know they just played. I don't know who lines up with Texas Tech across the line of scrimmage as well. I mean, I think Arizona State plays them next week. Or no, maybe it's this week. Stand by.
They do. It's this week, but
Oh my gosh, what time?
I want to say it's 3:30. Sam Levitt is day to day, from what I've heard, though. So
Oh my gosh, it's a 3. Perfect.
Yeah.
That we'll learn a lot.
But Sam Levitt might not play. So
I think they held them last week just to play. I think they'll play.
did they win last week? I can't remember.
No, they got killed.
Who'd they play?
Utah.
Oh man, yeah, they did. So they only have at this point they have one conference loss.
Yeah, they have one loss.
Okay. So yeah, if they play Levitt, that game could be really good, and it's at Tempe. So,
Mm-hmm. No, this slate is loaded. I'm super excited. Once conference play starts, it's like every week's a banger.
yeah, I'm excited for it. I don't know what to think about the LSU Vanderbilt game though. I think LSU's kind of in like a show me mode right now. Of your offense has been really stagnant the last 2 or 3 weeks. Like they had no excuse for that South Carolina game. They won, but they should have dominated that game.
Yeah, I think Nussmeier's dealing with something. I mean, we know he's somewhat hurt. I'm gonna take Vandy, and I'll probably take the under. I like LSU's defense a lot, but it's like I know they beat Alabama last year, but like this is probably Vandy's biggest home game in terms of like actual expectations.
Yeah. Take a guess here, kind of out of left field. What do you think the total is, if you don't know already, for Penn State versus Iowa?
Oh, Andy and Ari were talking about it today. Is it lower or higher than 40?
39.
I'm oh gosh. I may have to take that.
It's actually gone up. I think it opened at 37.5.
Jeez. That's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I did well last week, my unders.
No, there's some good, like, kind of in between the lines games. Missouri Auburn, that'll be a pretty decent one, I think. USC Notre Dame, that's a big one. I'm probably gonna take USC plus 9.5.
9? Oh, they're starting running backs out for the year.
Still,
Yeah, 9's a lot.
they've got some freaks.
Is that in South Bend or in?
It's in South Bend. Pittsburgh, Syracuse. Pitt should win, but I could see some dome shenanigans happening there. Georgia State, Georgia Southern.
Dude, Texas State plays Marshall this week.
Dang.
Marshall had a big win last week.
Who did we beat?
They killed ODU, and ODU's like the Sun Belt favorite.
That's kind of crazy. They literally lost their whole team to the portal last year. They had 7
Yeah.
people transfer out.
Tony Gibson, the old NC State DC.
Yeah. Marshall is in 3rd right now. Oh, they still do divisions. LOL.
I love that.
Okay. Something that we do need to address is there was a video that was posted on the TikTok
Yes.
that has received some pushback.
Yeah.
Some are calling it Pringlegate. So
I'm going to
what
call this
happened-
guy out by name.
What happened is Jere was breaking the news that Oregon State's coach has been fired and then devours a Pringles chip. And TikTok was not happy with that.
Dude, so this guy was like, I was like, Trent Dilford being fired at UAB was yesterday's biggest CFB news. One guy commented, definitely not the talk of the season. Couldn't care less. It's called I was trolling. Also, why are you eating? Dude, I was hungry. Like, my mom commented, Pringles, yummy. Guy commented to her, imagine launching a podcast just to sip and snack 24 hours in a day laughing emoji. Ugh.
Unbelievable.
Okay, but have you ever had these like sparkling waters that are really good?
Is it Waterloo?
Yes.
Yes, but as a whole, the Saturday Club podcast would like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Yeah, we're not owned by a big corporation. We can do whatever we want. Um, I deleted some comments. Not his. I commented back to him. I was like, I'm gonna delete it.
Thank you for the engagement.
Yeah, thanks for the engagement, you coward. And also, it's like a random person doesn't even follow us. So even more, thank you to TikTok for helping the algorithm a little bit. But yeah, no, if he's concerned about what I'm doing for dinner because he thinks I'm fat, then I'm about to decide where I'm going to dinner. So I'm really excited, and maybe I'll make a TikTok about it and tag him.
You haven't had dinner yet?
No,
Wow.
Mimi and I are about to get dinner.
What are you thinking?
Mimi, where are you thinking for dinner?
Talkin.
Where? You want dog bees?
I want a burger.
Caroline wants a Impossible Burger.
Yeah, bean burger.
Dog bees would be pretty good.
We can split it.
It's
a green burger.
We'll talk off air.
Bad for the brand.
But yeah, I'm excited for this slate. Always good hopping on, talking Clemson football. And thank you to everyone who comments. If it's negative, it's all good. I'll just think about you every day and try to prove you wrong.
Ditto.
Cool. All right, well, make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook potentially, and like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes. Follow the socials. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. Love you guys. That's a show.